What's up guys, and welcome back to Dark Matter. So I've been wanting to make a video on this product for a while now just because I've been using these for almost 2 years. I've got a lot of use out of them, I've got a lot of thoughts to share on them, and so with this kind of break period in between my Razr Plus review and the launch of the iPhone 15, I thought it'd be cool to do kind of a quick long-term review of the AirPods Max, do something kind of experimental with some different kind of B-roll takes, and yeah, just kind of give you my experiences overall of this really great product. So I'd like to kind of start out with what I usually start out with, which is the design of the AirPods Max. So I mentioned in my Apple Watch Ultra video that this is kind of one of those divisive Apple design choices that not everyone liked at first, even me, but literally almost as soon as I got this product in hand, all my doubts were kind of laid to rest right there. This is honestly one of the best examples of Apple's industrial design to date. From the aluminum ear cups on these to the steel band that you can slide to adjust, everything is just super premium and honestly pretty flawless. Now I know a lot of people complained about the weight of these initially, but that's honestly been one of the least of my concerns. I don't get a lot of ear fatigue with these like I used to with my Beats Studios that I had. Those, since they aren't fully like around the ear cups, they really like start to hurt your ears after a while. These don't do that at all. And even with some headphones I've had in the past, you get a lot of pain on the crown of your head where the headband's just pressing down on the top of your head. But these, I don't get that at all with, since it's got that comfortable mesh on the top. With the weight, I for sure thought there'd be some issues with that, but there's not at all. I would say the one area where the weight might not make these the best headphones is if you plan to use them to work out. In fact, I've recommended against people using them to work out because if you're doing any kind of quick, fast motions, you're gonna feel them bobbling around on your head and you're gonna be kind of worried that they're gonna fall off at any moment, no matter how you adjust them. So in my experience, I wouldn't use them for the gym, but to be honest with the price point, I really wouldn't want to be getting these all dirtied up and sweat all on them anyways. Now let's get into the sound quality real quick. As you may already know, I really enjoy my bass response. I mentioned it in my Pixel tablet review, I mentioned it in my AirPods Pro review. I listen to a lot of bass heavy music, so I do appreciate a strong bass response, but still kind of a balanced profile other than that. And again, for clarification, I'm not an audiophile, so this isn't the most detailed review of the sound quality possible, but when I had my Beats Studios, I got really used to that loud, punchy, in your face kind of bass sound. But with those, even all the other frequencies are just kind of mashed together and just straight in your face. There's no sort of separation. You can't really pick out the highs from the lows, from the mids. So having never owned like a true audiophile pair of headphones, getting the AirPods Max was a big upgrade for me from the Beats Studios. The bass maybe wasn't as punchy, but it had more range and it hits way smoother than it does on the Beats. But then at the same time, you can still hear the highs very clearly, you can still hear the mids very clearly, and just details in the music that maybe you wouldn't have noticed before, and that took some getting used to, but it's definitely something I've acclimated to, and it's hard for me to listen to other products now because these headphones just sound so good. Now I did try them with spatial audio when Apple came out with that originally, and I found it to be kind of lackluster. In a lot of the tracks I would listen to, it sounded like the vocals were turned way down and just everything was kind of artificially boosted and not mixed correctly, and I didn't really like it as much. It would be cool to try it now that they've kind of had a chance to, you know, improve upon it and get more tracks with that spatial audio compatibility, but I still kind of prefer to listen to things the old-fashioned way and stereo. I think there's plenty of depth and immersion with these headphones, even without spatial audio turned on. Let's get into the transparency and the noise cancellation on these. The transparency mode is definitely one of the best transparency modes that I've ever tried. I've had the original AirPods Pros, the AirPods Pro 2nd generations, even the Beats Studio Buds, and none of those really match the quality of the transparency mode on these headphones. as it should for the price point. But when you're wearing these in transparency mode, everything just sounds really clear, the right volume, the right frequency as to what you would be hearing it if you weren't wearing it. It's always a nice thing to have that flexibility to still be able to hear what's going on around you while listening to your music. I love transparency mode. I use it all the time. With the noise cancellation, it's really the same story. It's gotta be one of the best in class in noise cancellation for the price point. I think the button to switch back and forth between transparency and noise cancellation mode really adds to the usefulness of the feature. It's so easy when someone's talking to you or you need to hear something to just press the button on the side, get that breath of fresh air, kind of hear what's going on around you, and then fully immerse back into your music with the press of a button. It would be super cool to see if these get some sort of integration with Apple's Vision Pro headset that's coming out in 2024, because I could totally see the transparency and the noise cancellation being kind of used in conjunction with the Vision Pro headset's ability to fully immerse you or open you up to the real world. The battery life has really been a non-issue for me. These things tend to last several days on a charge with my use case. I only really use them for maybe an hour or two a day watching YouTube videos or listening to music. I don't go too long with them on. I can't imagine a case where you'd be wearing them for like 3 to 4 hours. Obviously, if you do, expect to charge them a little sooner, but in my case, I tend to forget to charge them because 2 or 3 days on and they're still at a decent percentage. So I haven't had problems with the battery life even though they don't have a physical on-off switch. That brings me to one of the most controversial things about these, and that's the case that they come in. It's a hot take, but I have zero problems with the case. It's simple. I thought I wouldn't like it at first, but it gets out of the way really easy. You could just undo the magnetic flap, pull the headphones out and put them on, and start listening from there. You don't have to mess with trying to unzip it and unfold them and all that. It's just simple, easy, clean case. And if you're getting these headphones at this price, I feel like you're gonna be babying them anyways. You're not just gonna be tossing them in your bag or throwing them around in your car or whatever. These aren't like beater headphones. I think these are great headphones for using around the house, maybe when you're on a walk or something, or traveling. These are great headphones for that. And I think if you're being careful with them, just like the expensive electronic that they are, you're not really gonna have any issues with damaging them or beating them up. That being said, I've hit mine a few times. I've bumped them, scraped them a little bit. I filmed part of this review in Paladuro Canyon and I was kind of setting them on rocks and putting them around plants and shit. And they still look brand new. They have 0 scratches on the outer body. The case maybe is the only thing that's gotten a little worn looking over the years, but really not that bad. And the ear cups look fine, but if they did look nasty, they are replaceable. Apple sells the ear cups by themselves. So I really don't think you're gonna have a problem with the durability of these if you're using them as intended. The last thing I wanna talk about is if you should buy these in 2023. You know, there's a lot of variables that go into this. They are, you know, around 2 years old now. We've got the iPhone 15 announcement right around the corner. I don't know if they're gonna announce new AirPods Max. There hasn't been any leaks or rumors, but you never know with Apple. They could release a new pair of AirPods Max that has the USB-C functionality. For me, that's not a big deal. These AirPods Max have dropped in price quite a bit recently. There's sales all over the place. There's people selling them used in pretty good condition for lower prices. And headphones are something that I feel like you don't necessarily have to have the newest of the new all the time. These are something that you can upgrade to later on and still feel good about your purchase. Because if you get these right now, you're gonna get them at a lower price point, but the sound quality is still gonna be great. If they do come out with something better sound quality, it's guaranteed to have a price tag to match. The style is still gonna look great. These look amazing. You can tell they're an Apple product just by looking at them. They're built well. It's not some plastic product that's gonna break down super fast. So yeah, I'd say if you're looking for a really good set of headphones that's compatible with iPhones and has a lot of features. I think the AirPods Max are a definite buy in 2023. Don't get hung up on FOMO. You're not gonna miss out on anything crazy if they announce the AirPods Max 2 in a couple weeks. If anything, it'll probably just have USB-C. But if you're like me and you're in the Apple ecosystem already, you already own tons of Lightning chargers. If you're an audiophile that wants the best possible quality, you probably shouldn't be looking into the AirPods Max anyways. There's a lot better suited headphones for that you can have a wired connection with. These are meant to be used with the iPhone with a wireless connection. That's the best case scenario for these, and they sound phenomenal with that, I think, personally. So I mean, yeah, by all means, buy these on a deal, buy these used. You're gonna be happy with them. That's really all I have for you guys on this. I hope this kind of gave you some direction on if you should buy these or not still in 2023. Definitely have a lot of content coming towards the end of this month with the iPhone launch. I do intend to get the iPhone 15, so I'll have a lot of content surrounding that for you, and I'll try to keep up with the big creators, but you know they always get early access to these sort of things, so you'll probably see my videos a little later than theirs, but either way, I always appreciate y'all for tuning into my videos. Please give me a like if you like this video. Go ahead and leave some feedback for me in the comments. Tell me what you're looking forward to with the iPhone 15. Please get subscribed so you can follow along for all that iPhone 15 content and more content to come in the future, and we'll see you guys in the next one.